Okay, the music's off. So, we're back.
Hey y'all, we're gonna start off with one of our newer chants, so I'm just gonna teach you guys really quick. That way I know you guys got it. So I'm gonna say, got money for war but can't feed the poor, and then y'all are gonna say, we're fired up, we can't take it no more. Alright?
Yep.
Got money for war but can't feed the poor.
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
Got money for war but can't feed the poor.
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
Got money for war but can't feed the poor.
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
Got money for war but can't feed the poor.
We're fired up, can't take it no more.
Alright, who's got the power?
We have the power.
What kind of power?
People power.
Who's got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
People power.
Who's got the power?
We got the power.
What kind of power?
People power.
Woo! Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alexis, and I'm an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. We are out here today because we are mad. And why are we mad? We are mad because over the last 8 months of this deadly pandemic, the billionaire class has added $931 billion to their net worth, while more and more working class people are becoming food insecure. We are mad because while Jeff Bezos became the world's first trillionaire, frontline workers are risking illness and death because so far the government has failed to provide adequate relief. And instead, after 300,000 dead, they're giving us a measly $600. We are mad because the ruling class in this country made the political calculation that it is better to let hundreds of thousands of people die than have a public healthcare system that prioritizes the needs of the people instead of private, for-profit health companies. And we are mad because even in the midst of all of this, millions of people nationwide and approximately 520,000 people in Colorado, which is 16% of the population, is facing eviction once the eviction moratoriums expire on December 31st. That is unacceptable. So far, Governor Polis and the Colorado legislature have done nothing but temporarily postpone this mass wave of evictions. That is a pittance, not a solution. We are the people that make this city and this country run. We demand more. We are here to demand that Governor Polis cancel rent and mortgages now. We demand no evictions, no foreclosures, full housing rights for undocumented people, and housing for the homeless instead of sweeping their encampments. There are over 20,000 empty homes in Denver. No one should be left sleeping in the streets. We can win these things, but only with a fighting movement of the people. With that, I would like to introduce our first speaker. She's an Aurora resident and an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Let's make some noise for Comrade Jen.
Make some noise, y'all. Clap it up. Get louder. Honk your horns if you're in the cars. Okay. Hey, everyone. I'm Jen, an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation, and I want to say thank you guys for joining today for this urgent need for rent and mortgage cancellation. Yes. In Colorado, there are nearly 200,000 people who are not caught up on rent. With the current moratorium, when the current moratoriums expired, that means millions of families will be on the verge of living on the streets. Now, do we want that? No. Honk your horns if you do not want that. Louder. Make some noise. Exactly. These temporary blocks do not help, and we cannot pay past month's rent, this month's rent, and any future rents or mortgages. If billionaires' wealth can increase during a pandemic, then why can't we cancel rents and mortgages for the millions of people who are hit the hardest and are struggling to make ends meet? Now, we're told that Congress is trying to give us another stimulus check of $600. What that tells me is that these politicians do not have any real idea of how bad we are struggling every single day just to live. $600 is about 1/3 of the average monthly rent nationwide, and that's the best they can do? Hell no, we won't take that. We don't want that. We need more. We are trying to live. Honk your horns and scream if y'all agree with me. I want to hear y'all louder. I don't feel the anger in your voices. I don't feel it. I want to hear y'all louder. I call that a slap in the face, as 52% of Black adults and 50% of Latin adults in this country are struggling to make ends meet, and 15% of the children in this state are not eating because their family can't afford it. We are having to decide whether or not to pay rent or put food on our tables, but food and housing are basic needs that every single person in this country has a right to. Honk your horns if you agree with that. While we do not know for certain what will happen with this pandemic, we can make the demand that Governor Polis cancel rents and mortgages for all Coloradans now. So I have another chant that we're going to do. I'm going to say a line, and all y'all got to say is nothing less. That's it. So we're going to go through, try it out. The people demand cancel the rents, nothing less. End evictions,
Nothing less.
Housing for all undocumented immigrants,
Nothing less.
Housing for the homeless,
Nothing less.
and housing for all.
Nothing less.
All right, y'all. So the fight for canceling the rent and mortgages does not end today. We are dedicating to calling attention for this urgent need for millions of people who are on the verge of evictions, and will continue to do so until our demands are met. All right, y'all, clap it up and honk one more time for me. Louder. Keep it going. Woo! All right, power to the people, y'all.
Thank you, comrade. Next, we want to invite Anna from Homeless Out Loud, who's been on the front lines organizing against the horrible, unjust displacement of Denver's homeless population.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for inviting me to speak today. My name is Anna, and I work for Denver Homeless Out Loud. That is an advocacy organization. We work with and for our unhoused community to protect and advocate for dignity, rights, and housing. As many folks before me stated, we are on the verge of ending the moratorium on rents. Sorry about that. And we're looking to see 450,000 Coloradans be put on the street. At the point in time count, which is the count that attempts to quantify how many unhoused community members we have, was taken in January pre-COVID. That number was at 6,000 individuals. We know from the Homeless Management Information System that 31,000 plus odd people touched that system in the last year. I know many of you have seen the camps, specifically around Denver and downtown. Think of that number not doubling and not quadrupling, but multiplying by 10. Where will they all go? Move along to where?
Right.
Where are they supposed to go? How many of us have to be on the street before somebody is going to fucking do something? What we need is housing. I understand that our community members, those who are housed and the business community, they have concerns. They have concerns about people defecating in public. They have concerns about drug use. They have concerns about mental health. If you have any of those concerns, the answer is housing. If you are upset that someone is defecating and putting it in your garbage, if you are upset that there are needles on your street, then you need to call your city council member, you need to call the mayor, you need to call Governor Polis, and you let him know that it is their responsibility to take care of all of our community members, not just the ones that line their pockets. So I see lots of different folks here, and I don't know exactly what your cause is. Whether it is the unhoused like myself, whether it is workers' rights, whether it is trans rights, whether it is police brutality, let me tell you, they are all the same. They are all the struggle to survive and to exist as human beings, not human doings. We are human beings. We want to be, we want to exist. I urge you all to remember this focus, that we must not allow small differences to come between us because we have so much more in common. If you want to get involved, what do you like to do? Do you like to cook? Cook. Are you a computer nerd? Offer your services. Do you like to draw? Draw a political cartoon. Everybody has a place in this movement. Everybody has something to give. I stand in solidarity with all of you, my brothers and sisters. Power to the people.
The people united will never be defeated.
People united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated.
The people united will never be defeated.
All right, now let's give it up for Jesse.
Hey, I want everybody to shout out, housing is a human right 3 times. Housing is a human right.
Housing is a human right. Housing is a human right. Housing is a human right.
All right, yeah, thank you. So all those that stand in solidarity with that, we salute you. We appreciate you all coming out tonight. My name is Justin Paris. I'm with Denver Homeless Out Loud. I'm also going to be the next mayor of Denver in 2023. And we say enough is enough of this madness. My organization is currently suing the city and county of Denver for the suites. We have a class action lawsuit right now that's going on against the unhoused neighbor suites. And we will resume that court date come January 11th. So make sure you stay posted and tuned in to what's going on with that. If we win, which we should because we have the same judge as last year, there will be an injunction on the suites in Denver, Colorado. So let's hope and pray Judge Martinez rules in our favor. And we don't have to keep treating people like trash every night. So it's crucial, family, that we get the word out about this moratorium ending. We don't need any more people unhoused on the streets of Denver or Aurora surrounding. It is essential that Congress get off their behinds and actually do their job along with our current president. Thank you.
All right, now for our last speaker. He's a Denver resident and an organizer with the Party for Socialism and Liberation. Let's make some noise for Comrade D.
All right, so I want to speak on the demand to cancel the rents. But before I get to that point, I want to talk about why I joined the Party for Socialism and Liberation. I joined the party because I wanted to struggle. I wanted to fight. And struggle and fighting this system can only happen collectively with your community. I'm Mexican. I grew up in a poor family. I didn't always live in the U.S. We moved here. And I grew up with all the issues and the oppression that brings, right? I grew up in Arizona, one of the most racist states in the United States, where you can get pulled over simply for looking undocumented. I don't know how someone looks undocumented, right? But that's a law over there that they can do. And I grew up seeing both my parents leave the house before I woke up and come back home every night at 7, 9 p.m. When other families got to hang out on the weekends, my parents and I were working together. We were struggling to bring food on the table. We were struggling to make ends meet. It's not that alone that made me want to join the party. It's not that alone that made me want to fight. It's not enough to face oppression. It's not enough to be radicalized. We have to fight together. I know, despite all the problems I faced, it wasn't until 2015 when Mike Brown was murdered in cold blood by racist cops that I wanted to join the struggle. Because I saw, even though the ruling class, the people in power might say that's not your struggle, because they always want us to be divided. They don't want Mexican people uniting with the black struggle. They don't want white poor workers uniting with black poor workers for their liberation. They want us divided. Despite that, what really struck me was seeing millions of people all over the country pour out in solidarity. Like Anna was saying, your struggle is my struggle. Your fight is my fight. I got your back. So it's not enough to be radicalized. It's not enough to suffer. I know that every single person here has faced oppression in one way or another. Every single person here has suffered. Whether it's sexism, whether it's racism, poverty, homelessness, homophobia, transphobia, Islamophobia, whatever it may be. We've all suffered those things. And now, more and more people are going to suffer. Whether they've been doing it their whole lives or whether this is new to them. They're losing their homes. They're losing their jobs. They don't have enough to feed their children. They don't have enough to feed themselves. They're dying in hospitals without health care. They're dying without being able to say goodbye to their loved ones. Many, many, many people are suffering and will continue to suffer, but that is not enough. They have to see the struggle with their own eyes. They have to see their community out here fighting for them. They have to see each and every single one of you come together and say, cancel the rent. They have to see every single one of you come out and say, housing for all. They have to come out, they have to see every single one of you come out and say, housing for all undocumented people. It's only when they see the struggle with their own eyes that they'll know that they're not alone in this, that they shouldn't be ashamed of the problems that they're facing, of the exploitation and the oppression they're facing, that they shouldn't handle it by themselves or take care of it on their own or pull out themselves up by their own bootstraps like we all get taught. No, we know that that's not right. We know that the people who are making us suffer, the people who are oppressing us, are individuals of a certain class of billionaires. We know that they have names, they have addresses, they do this willingly. They choose to do this. We didn't put ourselves here, they put us here. So we're going to fight together until they're no longer in control, they're no longer in power, and we have a system that fights for us. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, comrade. So just some quick instructions. Everyone should have a copy of The Root by now. Please drive slow so that the people behind you can keep up. Please follow all traffic laws. We'll be driving through residential areas, so please stop at stop signs and watch for pedestrians. Comrades in green vests will be escorting cars out of the parking lot. All right, let's go.
All right. Woo-hoo! Okay.
You can change it to music.
Okay. Woo! Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go get my car. I don't know. I should keep my camera on or not. I don't know if you'd be bored or or what. What do you think? I don't know. There's only 3 people watching. So.
If anybody needs a route, please come by the truck. Again, if anybody needs a route, please come by
Okay.
the truck.
So, anyway, I'm not gonna have you watch me drive around, but anyway, awesome. I love car protests. So, anyway, and I'll leave you with this. Remember, it's our duty to fight for our freedoms. It's our duty to win. We must love and support one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Love you guys. See you later. Look! It's a dragon! A dragon! A dragon. Love Warrior Dragon. That's my name. Beep, beep, beep. Sorry. Had to show you the dragon. There's a cute little house. Down that yard. We're still driving, we're still honking. Love you guys. I just had to show you the video. We're back. No, just opened my sunroof. Okay, where's my mask? Where's my mask?
I know, right?
Where is my mask? There it is. Okay. Look how pretty. Look how pretty the sky looks. Dusk.
Welcome back.
Okay.
Please find a parking space for our closing of the program. Thank you so much for participating and getting the word out. Thank you so much for getting the demand of mortgage and rent cancellation out to the community. Please find a parking spot. Please find a parking spot. We're going to close the program. Thank you for coming out in the cold.
I know. Well, we're in our car.
Please find a parking space. We're going to close the program soon. Thank you so much. Welcome back. Please find a parking space.
I don't think everybody came back.
Welcome back.
I don't think everybody came back here.
We're going to close the program soon here.
Because there are a lot more people in the line. How many people today? How many cars do you know? How many cars do you think?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
Honk for mortgage and rent cancellation! And honk!
Make some noise for no more evictions. Make some noise for no more foreclosures. Make some noise for housing for all. Make some noise for housing for all undocumented people.
Thank you everyone for coming out. That was a display of power that we want to amplify in every neighborhood and community in Denver and Aurora. We are showing our people that they are not alone and that we are building our capacity to fight.
That's right.
We are showing our community that it does not have to be this way and that the people united can make those in power change course if we apply enough pressure. So are we going to let them put us out on the streets, or are we going to fight?
Fight!
Are we going to let our people suffer homelessness and hunger while the rich get richer, or are we going to fight?
Fight!
Then we need to be out in these streets until all of our demands are met. We'll be back again in January with more people, more cars, and more solidarity. Make sure you follow us on Facebook at Party for Socialism and Liberation Denver and on Instagram at Denver PSL to stay updated. Thank you all. All power to the people.
All power to the people. Awesome. All right. Oh. Okay. Are we done? We're done.
Okay.
Are we done? Okay.
Internals in like half an hour, so.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, hey, take care.
Yeah, love you.
Yes.
Bye-bye. Okay. It's so you drink it. Okay. Anyway. Where's my car? Where did I park? Oh, I walked right by my car. Look here. Look, I walked right by my car. That's the one that's I left my hazard lights on. I'm dark. Okay. Anyway. That was fun. I love car parks. So, where's my hazard lights? Turn them off. Anyway. I'm gonna say it again. As I always do. Remember, it is our duty to fight for our freedoms. It is our duty to win. We must love and support one another. We have nothing to lose but our chains. So, love you guys. Take care. Be warm.